I'm here at the library. I've been here all night, 7 a.m. But according to Jake Fischer of Bleacher Report, former Los Angeles Lakers and former Indiana Pacers head coach Frank Vogel has been interviewed by the Charlotte Hornets. And look, that's good because he joins the list now as they're winding down their first set of interviews. And we all know the Lakers controversially fired Vogel after a disappointing season that saw them miss the postseason entirely. And Vogel led them to a championship. And this came a few days after it was reported that Kenny Atkinson was named as among the candidates that had already been interviewed. And Atkinson's currently an assistant for the Golden State Warriors. And Atkinson's most well known for his time rebuilding the Brooklyn Nets, which he had D'Angelo Russell and the Nets go to a surprising playoff appearance in 2018 and 2019, and he's been an assistant for the LA Clippers and now the Warriors. Vogel and Atkinson join a long list of candidates. There's Mike D'Antoni, the Pelicans coaching advisor. There's Sean Sweeney, the assistant for the Dallas Mavericks. There's Milwaukee Bucks assistants Darvin Ham and Charles Lee, and there's the Nets assistant David Vanderpool. Outside of that group, other than the Hornets have reportedly showed an interest in, over here in Vanderbilt. And I think it could be something very interesting. Okay, Vanderbilt's head coach, Jerry Stackhouse. So the only other player besides Jerry Stackhouse is Mark Jackson, and it's because LaMelo Ball has expressed his interest in Mark Jackson. So basically the guys they have interviewed, Kenny Atkinson, Frank Vogel, Mike D'Antoni, Darvin Ham, Charles Lee, David Vanderpool, and they're interested in Jerry Stackhouse and Mark Jackson. Now, when I look at that, I don't think Mike D'Antoni should be the coach. I don't think David Vanderpool should be the coach. I have nothing against Vanderpool, but he's been passed up multiple times for head coaching jobs. Is there something that, front offices don't like about him, that they don't want to be a coach? That's just my question. If you guys know the answer, let me know. Sean Sweeney's a young guy. I'm really going, you should either get Kenny Atkinson, because he's proven he can rebuild, or Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel is a great high IQ, defensive-minded coach. He just has bad rotations. That's my one downside with Frank Vogel. Kenny Atkinson, he spent the past few years as an assistant, and this is kind of a good job. And now if they're going to go for someone who has no head coaching experience, I want them to either get Darvin Ham or Charles Lee from the Milwaukee Bucks. And I think it's definitely interesting when you look at this, because look, especially with Frank Vogel, who he appeared to have lost the respect of his players during this difficult campaign, and he was criticized by the Lakers for, not making the team playoff at times. But at the same time, everybody in the NBA media knows Frank Vogel was used as a scapegoat when those star players did not perform to the level that they needed to, especially after he coached that team to an NBA title in 2020. So the Hornets are a much younger team with talent, but have an unproven set of core players, including LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges, who Miles Bridges could be on the move if they aren't able to retain him. Vogel could prove to be a much better fit for this team, similar to how he was for the Pacers, and not get pushed out like he was by the Lakers. Now, that's basically my thoughts for this. I want to hear yours down below, guys. I hope you do have a great day. I think it's an interesting situation that they're putting themselves into. I haven't been able to make my off-season prediction video for them because they haven't hired a coach and they're taking their goddamn time. So, that's always freaking great. That's where I want to hear your thoughts down below, guys. What do you guys think of all this? What would you do? And basically, that's it. We're going to milk this for 5 more seconds. Like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. I should have a bunch of videos come out today and tomorrow. I'm driving back home to Maryland, so they'll all be pre-recorded.